On this episode, Yashdeep proposes to Anupama. Anuj is shocked. Let us jump straight into the video of today. Shruti asks Anuj if they shall leave, and Anuj asks Anupama if she is staying back or coming with them. Anupama says, yeah, people are there and I have work, so I will stay back. Anuj says, sure, and turns and go to Shruti. Adia is Adia was asked about the inauguration of the restaurant, and Shruti says it was good. Adia says now Anupama will be busy in the restaurant. Anuj takes out the medicine and gives it to Shruti. Shruti says so many, and Anuj says, I thought that I have brought the medicine organizer. Adia brings it, and Anuj thinks of Yashdeep's feelings and smashes the medicine. Actually, Anuj knows that at this point Anuj knows that Yashdeep has feelings for Anupama, and he is uncomfortable with it. Anuj is upset and restless. He comes to his room and thinks of Yashdeep's proposal. He thinks if Anu will agree, Beji asks Yashdeep to go and propose to Anupama. Yashdeep goes to the kitchen behind Anupama and says, I want to talk to you. Anupama asks him to say what he wants to say. He says actually, and Anuj calls Anupama, but she doesn't see the call. So probably Anuj is trying to stop the proposal. He thinks why is it affecting him? Anupama asks Yashdeep not to say thanks and asks him to say what is in his heart. He says, I like you, and she says, I started liking you. Seeing your honesty, truthfulness, strength, positive attitude, act, confidence, you have won my heart. He says, when Simran betrayed me, then I have decided that I will never fall in love again, but he forced me to love you. He says that I have fallen in love with you, and says that I never thought to express my love, but today he did too. He says the ring, shows the ring to Anupama, and Anuj looks shocked, holding his breath in his room. Beji also looks up, waiting for Anupama to accept Yashdeep and asks if you felt bad, then I'm sorry. Anuj thinks that what will be Anupama's reaction if Yashdeep says I love you to her, though I know that you have no place for love in your heart. He says I stop my heart a lot and asks if I can handle it, but my heart couldn't stop me from expressing my love to you. He says that he didn't want to betray his friend, and that is why he is holding his feelings. It will be cheat with friend and love. Anuj considers to call and upset so that she doesn't accept. Yashdeep says that we will be friends always. And Anupama says, Anupama says, I want just this relationship, friendship. Yashdeep smiles and says, I am sorry. Love is a toy of glass. It will be very beautiful, but it breaks and hurts. It can be repaired. She says friendship is like sound. We should always be connected. She thanks him and then apologizes, saying that she will be only his friend and nothing else. Yashdeep says if I haven't expressed my feeling, then I would have felt suffocated. He says it is a promise that he will not let their precious friendship break, and Pama says sorry and goes out of the kitchen. Yashdeep holds the ring and gets teary eyes. He keeps the ring back in his pocket. Beji signs him and Pama says Anuj missed call and calls him back, asking if Adi and Shruti are fine. Anuj says yes, everything is fine. And Pama says you scared me, gave me so many missed calls. Anuj says phone was in my pocket, so I might have auto-died, and I'm sorry that so many missed calls. Anupama says Vikram is calling and ends the call. Anuj is sad, probably thinking, oh my god, I've lost Anupama forever. I just wish you would have lost her forever. Just Deep is kind of old, and Anuj is finer than him. If not, I foresee me move on. But it will look somehow for her marrying 3 times. It shall not look anyhow for me. For me personally, I do not mind. You understand? Once a man have money, or Indian and society, what would they think? So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. What do you think? What do you think? To them in the comments.